What's up, Cigar family?
Woo!
I hope everybody's doing good today. We are on our way to Greenville. We are heading on a cigar crawl, so we're gonna stop by a couple of cigar lounges and we'll take you guys with us, hopefully, and we'll keep you guys posted and do some tours and all kinds of stuff like that. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. What's up, Cigar family? This is Joe and Trey.
And this is the Leaf and Life Podcast, Episode 3, Cigar Crawl Edition.
Episode 3.
Yeah, we're cranking them out.
We are, man. We are.
What you smoking today?
So today I bought this on our cigar crawl. This is the Hoot and Young Midnight Hammer.
That was my nickname in college, by the way.
I like it. I like it.
And I'm smoking the Caldwell Long Live the Queen Maduro.
That's a good smoke.
Yeah. And if you guys want to take a second, pause the video if you're not already smoking something, light one up with us. Let us know in the comments what you're smoking, and then maybe we'll do some shout outs in a future episode.
There you go.
You want to explain what a cigar crawl is?
Sure. So we've been doing these for several years now. And a group of us go, it's kind of like a pub crawl. We go to different cigars. We hit a city, whatever city we decide to hit at the time. This time it was Greenville, South Carolina. And what we try to do is we hit as many cigar shops that we can in a day. We don't just stop by, say hello, check it out. We actually sit down, smoke at every cigar lounge, and we actually get to know the owners, get to know some of the people in there smoking, some of the regulars.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. It was a blast. This time we hit 4 cigar shops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that could sound like a lot or not sound like enough, but when you spend, a
couple hours at each one,
yeah,
pretty much,
quality time at each one, getting to know everybody and enjoying your time at each one and smoking a good cigar at each one. 4 is about as much as you could get in a day. We left here at 10 o'clock
mm-hmm.
and started our first one around noon. So,
well, we ate first.
Oh, that's right.
We did stop at a brewery, and everybody had a burger and a beer, and then we hit our first shop. So we probably about 2 once we started smoking.
But it's a lot of fun. We've like I said, we've done this in several cities now, and it's a great time. This is kind of my hometown that we went to in Greenville, South Carolina. It's about 2 hours away from here, and several of the shops that we went to I've been to before, but a lot of the guys haven't, so I want to take them by and show them what Greenville, South Carolina is all about, which has amazing array of cigar shops. And we didn't even go to all of them. Yeah, exactly. We didn't. We left several out. So, but it gives us a chance to get back there and do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
So the first cigar shop.
Real quick.
Yep.
The pairing today.
Oh yeah.
We're drinking the Penelope Private Batch Barrel Strength, and it's
very good.
Pretty tasty. Cheers to episode 3.
Yes, sir. That is very, very. You said that's 114 proof.
114 proof. Yeah, like we were talking about it a minute ago. It almost has like an apricot kind of peach finish. Like it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, it really is,
and doesn't drink like it's that high proof.
Yeah, it smells like it. So to the nose,
definitely,
I thought it was going to be a lot hotter than what it is.
We were going to be choking.
Yeah, but it's very, very smooth, very enjoyable. So far, everything from Penelope that I've had, I've actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, that's been impressive.
Yeah, but onto the cigar crawl. So what we've done at each cigar lounge that we went to is we took a little video, introduced whoever was working, the manager or the owner, and did a little tour of each cigar shop that we went to, and some of them gave a little bit of background and history. Some of them just kind of told us a little bit about the lounge. But overall,
everybody was really cool,
yes,
really welcoming. It was a great time, at every place,
including the the people that were there, the patrons. Nobody gave us a hard time about filming.
Yeah,
which was very nice.
I feel like if we walked into some of the shops around here, some of our home shops, we'd get some dirty looks.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So the first shop we went to is called Cameroon Cigar Lounge, and it's in a little town called Greer, South Carolina. Um, Shout out to Greer. That's where I spent a lot of time before I moved to Lexington, South Carolina. We actually lived in Greer Taylor's area. Um, but Cameroon Cigar Lounge, we're gonna let the video play, but it's a he said it's been there for they're getting ready to
Coming
celebrate
up on
11
11
years.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. She talks about it in the video, but it's a cool. It wasn't like huge, but they'd had a good bit of seats for the space. The humidor was what we said, probably 8 by 6 or something like that.
Yeah, 10.
Eight,
We'll
10.
we'll say 10 by 6 just to make
Yeah.
it sound good.
But they had a really great selection. Prices seemed fair for shop prices, and then everything really prices were pretty even. Some places something might be $1 less than it is here, $1 more, but everything was pretty. Seemed fair for being brick and mortar type places.
Yeah, I agree. And their bar at Cameroon.
Yeah, fully stocked, all kinds of whiskeys. They had, I forget what did he say, they had like 11 taps.
Yeah,
different beers. A lot good craft beer selection. They had regular beers too for people that don't like the craft beer stuff. Yeah, it's highly recommend if you're in the area.
Yeah, bourbons and scotches is what they specialize in, and the vibe, the ambiance, if you will. I would say that it has the brick walls. It's in a historic town, so they have to keep it. They can't have to keep the history in each of the units. So that being said, you got to see that and you got to appreciate that. So
yeah, it was cool. Like you said, exposed brick, and you could see the old stuff painted like whatever. I think it said storage, some whatever it used to be at some, probably 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really cool place.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and let this play for you, and give us a couple of minutes, and we'll talk about the second cigar lounge. Anything else that you wanted to add before we go to the clip?
Nothing else about that one. You'll see the guys that came with us are our good friends, and then Joe's son Ford was there, which I'm sure the two other guys in there will be on here as guests at some point in the future. Would have been nice to have everybody here to talk about the crawl, but that might have been chaotic.
All right, we'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? We're here on the first stop of our cigar crawl in Greenville. Right now we're in Greer, South Carolina at Cameroon Cigar Lounge. Got a nice little spot here, bunch of seating, nice humidor, bar. We're gonna go inside and check it out. We got our light 'em up cigar crew over here. We got Hack, Joe, and Josh and Ford. Back through here, we got the bar. They got a nice big screen TV, a bunch of seating. They're kind of busy today.
Come on, let's go.
And show you guys around the humidor. So they got a nice selection of Drew Estate, a bunch of AJ stuff. Let's see those when we were looking. Nice selection of Foundation, a bunch of Espinosa stuff. Good My Father selection, a lot of Fuente stuff over here on the end.
Great selection of Fuente stuff.
And over here we got Alec Bradley, Rocky Patel, and then a lot of Dunbarton stuff. They got a pretty good Dunbarton selection too.
Very good Dunbarton selection. Got a good Oliva selection. Got a great Padron selection.
And then we're gonna go over here, and if he's not busy, we'll talk to the bartender guy running the show today, Kenny. Looks like they got a big member locker section here, which is out of the way of the rest of the lounge, which is pretty cool. All right, we're here with Kenny. He's running the show here at Cameroon today. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Doing good, man. You want to tell us a little bit about the shop here?
Sure, yeah. So Cameroon has been here for 11 years now. We're in our 11th year now. We normally have like an event for that every year too. I think it's coming up probably in the next month or so. So we'll probably have some people here for our anniversary birthday. Um, as you've seen in the humidor there, we've got a pretty decent selection of cigars
Really nice selection.
from all over the world. All handcrafted. None of the stuff we have on the shelf is made by machine or anything like that.
Right.
You've seen our bourbon selection, Scotch. We've cultivated that over the course of like the last 11 years. And my bosses are really into bourbon and Scotch too, so they try to match the cigar selection to our whiskey and drink selection. 24
goes
beers
hand in
normally on
hand.
tap. Yep.
Yeah.
So we consider ourselves a lounge. We're technically a restaurant. In order to sell liquor, you have to be a restaurant. But we consider ourselves a lounge for tobacco, pipes, accessories. Some people come in here and just hang out and work. We've got a lot of teleworkers that come in every day during the week. So it's been a great time working here. I've been here for 3 years now. So I'm not the new guy anymore, though. We hired somebody else just the other day. So after 3 years, I'm not the new guy anymore.
Finally.
Do you have any questions?
I don't think of anything at the top of my head. You got anything, Joe? This is my first time here. He's been before, but
cool.
it's a really cool
I recognize
place.
you, but welcome in.
Thank you. That's it. We'll catch up with you guys at the next stop.
Enjoy your cigars.
Thanks. All right, everybody, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that little clip from Cameroon. The next stop on our crawl was made it back into the town in Greenville at Boda Pipe and Cigars. They're a really nice shop, one of the biggest humidors I've probably ever been in. They've been around for a really long time. They're coming up on 50 years in 2027. And then I'm going to let Joe take over from here because this place is kind of near and dear to his heart.
Yes, it is near and dear to my heart. This is where I got my start with smoking cigars. My wife and I would go there before I was married. Like I said, I started smoking around 18 years old. But when she and I first got married, we bought a house that was it was a block behind the mall, that this McAllister Square Mall that Boda Pipes was located in at the time, which is really cool to be located in a mall.
Drop a comment if you're old enough to remember tobacco shops and malls.
And you could actually smoke in too,
Yeah.
So anyways, this is where I got my start with smoking, and they just, they were great people that worked there at the time that, put me on to really good cigars that kept me smoking, kept me interested, didn't scare me away with putting me on too harsh of cigars or whatever, And so that being said, this is one that I frequented for years, and I also learned how to smoke a pipe there as well. Just trying something different, and obviously it was a pipe shop as well. So got my first pipe there. This is their new location. They've been there since 2018, and it's a pretty awesome spot. Like Trey said, it's one of the biggest humidors that we've ever been in. We've been in bigger humidors, open air humidors and stuff like that, but this is probably the most impressive humidor we've been in.
Yeah, they had everything. Yeah. I mean, tons of Drew Estate, AJ, Tatuaje, Southern Draw, Padron, Fuente. I mean, we filmed a good bit of it, but we might have got 80%. I mean, there was, almost floor to ceiling around the whole outside wall, and then 2 aisles going down the middle. Like there was a ton of cigars in there.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive. It's one that anytime I take anyone to Greenville on, to do anything with a cigar shop, it's a must stop, just because it's just so impressive. And the lounge has to be what, 2,500, 3,000 square foot?
At least, yeah. And it was all, I mean, there was a bunch of seating, but it was spread out enough. So if you had a group and you wanted to have a private conversation, you can sit at the bar and hang out with other people. I mean, you can sit with other people, obviously. They had a little members area that was, I mean, it wasn't like roped off or anything, but they had, it was, clearly marked. that yeah, just it was great vibe. All the people that worked there were great. One of the owners was there; she was really cool.
Yeah.
Just the whole experience was really good.
Yeah, really enjoyed ourselves. Um, Obviously, we stopped at a lot of cool places, but again, this one is always near and dear to my heart, just because this is where I got my start. If you ever get a chance to be in Greenville, South Carolina, definitely check out Boda Pipes. You'll
Yeah,
be
for
impressed.
sure.
Hello, Cigar fam. This is Joe with Leaf and Life Podcast. We got Trey behind the camera. We are doing our cigar crawl in Greenville, South Carolina today. And right now we are at Boda Pipe and Cigars. This is where I got my start smoking cigars about 30 years ago, and lived right around the corner from them. And I would come here and they would put me on good cigars and teach me a little bit about the cigar industry. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and go inside. I'll let you go first, Trey. As you can see inside, they have an awesome selection of pipes and accessories. Great selection of humidors on the wall. We've got some deals going on accessories and cigars over here. And we're going to check out their humidor real quick. We've got Jason here.
How's it going?
Jason's the man. He's the man with the plan. Go ahead, Trey. All right. And as you can see, this is one of the better humidors that I've been in a long time. Got a huge selection of Padron, Oliva. I'm not going to go over all the brands. I'm going to let Trey kind of scan, as this is a big humidor with tons of different brands and great lines. Like I said, this is where I started my cigar journey about 30 years ago, was here at Boda Pipes and Cigars in Greenville, South Carolina. This store was originally, or maybe not originally, but when I used to go to it, it was actually based in a mall called McAllister Square Mall. And it was a neat idea because, people could shop, and husbands or wives, while the other one was shopping, could go in and actually enjoy a cigar in the mall, which you don't really see that much anymore. I think the only one that I've seen recently was King Corona in Tampa, Florida, has a secondary shop that's attached to the mall, not in the mall, but attached to the mall. But this used to be in a mall. Now it's a standalone facility. I think they've been here for close to 30 years, or I'm sorry, about 25 years. So it wasn't long after I started smoking cigars that they moved over here. At that point in time, I had moved away from Greenville. But this is a fantastic cigar selection. About any price point, any budget. And we're going to venture out in just a minute to the lounge and let you guys check that out. This is a huge lounge. We'll see if Jason knows the square footage in just a minute. But during it's a little bit hot today, but during certain times of the year, they actually have garage doors that they open up to get some cross ventilation going, and all right. And in here is where we have the lounge. It's a little bit smoky in here today because there's a lot of people in here, but as you can see, they have a great bar. Great selection on the bar. The lounge is nice and big, very spacious, lots of seating. Lots of people in here today. The garage doors are closed, so they don't they're relying on their smoke eaters. It's doing really well considering the fact of how many people are in here smoking. But back in the back section back here, they have a VIP lounge. Got some TVs, got some lockers over in the corner. It's a very nice little lounge. One more time, a little tour of the bar. And we're going to go out here and talk to Jason and get some more information about Boda Pipes. All right, here we are. We're back with Jason, and Jason works here at Boda Pipes. Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about the shop, a little bit of history. I was telling them that this is where I got my start about 30 years ago.
Sure.
And just tell them a little bit about the history of the shop and how you guys got started.
Yeah, so like he said, my name is Jason. I've been working here a very short period of time, about 2 months, but I've been a customer here for a number of years. And Boda, as a shop, is coming up on its 50th anniversary in 2027.
That's awesome.
So we're pretty excited about that. 50 years ago, Boda Pipes actually got its start in a garage. So as one of our owners mentioned, there was no cigars involved. It was just pipes when it first started out. And they moved over into a kiosk in Greenville Mall, back when Greenville Mall was still around.
Yeah.
And it's at that point that cigars were kind of introduced. They did cigars and pipes. And I'm not exactly sure how long they were in that particular location, but from there they moved over to McAllister Square.
Yeah, which
And
is where I got my start.
Was where you got your start. So McAllister Square is actually just a couple hundred yards down the road from where we're now located. And at the time, McAllister Square was like an indoor shopping mall of sorts. And they were there for a number of years. Again, I'm not exactly sure about the details on how long that was. But we moved over here to this location back in 2018. So we've been here for about 7 years. Okay. And this is the first time that we've been able to have a singular location, a standalone building, which has allowed us to have the full bar, the full lounge, and everything there in the back. We were able to expand the size of our humidor, our pipe tobacco selection, and our cigar selection.
Gotcha.
So that's been pretty nice that we've been able to have this location here and expand
awesome.
the way we have.
Okay. I thought, for some reason, I thought you guys were here longer than what you just said. So
2018, yeah.
Okay.
And much awesome. Like yourself, you said you got started at McAllister Square back, 30 years ago, right? Yeah. I'm 39 now, and I have memories of being a child, knee high to a duck, as they say, going into Boda Pipes with my great-grandfather for him to pick out his pipes, his pipe tobacco and cigars, stuff like that. And when I turned 21, I became a customer, and now I'm working here. So
that's great.
Boda Pipes has been part of my entire life.
I think that's awesome, especially when a brick and mortar can last 50 plus years. So many times, and in today's cigar with the internet and cigar purchasing, so many people turn to the internet. But we need to realize that we need to support brick and mortar stores.
That's it.
Because hey, there's families that own this. So the same owners are the ones that own this for at least the last 27 years, right?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
The key there is support these people, support Jason, support small business, and so that's why we're doing this. Is we want to show our appreciation to local shops, brick and mortars, and just put the word out there and show how awesome some of these brick and mortar shops are.
Yeah. We appreciate that, man, because that does mean a lot to us, and that's why I want to be part of a brick and mortar store and work in here. Because one, I personally have a passion for speaking to customers face to face. I developed a passion for cigars, for pipes and pipe tobacco because of the people that I went to in a brick and mortar, and they helped guide me.
Yep.
You can easily go online and just pick out whatever, right? And that's fine and well. But when you have somebody that will take you under their wing and teach you and show you the ropes and help you breathe that passion, to me, that makes you more in depth with what you're doing.
Definitely,
right?
Definitely. And we were just talking about that in our last episode about one way to get to feel more comfortable with cigars and etiquette and everything else is to actually go into shops, and like you guys did for me 30 years ago, was put me on cigars that weren't going to turn me off.
Sure.
That were you guys knew I was a young smoker and all that kind of good stuff, new to cigars. And it put me on cigars that they like necessarily.
Yeah.
They put me on the right cigar to keep me in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
because you can go online and go by the ratings all day.
Exactly.
But that might not fit your palate.
Exactly.
Right. And the other beautiful thing about, like you said, a brick and mortar shop is if you go online, this is my philosophy, right? If you go online, say to whatever big corporation, you're helping somebody buy a new Ferrari. You're helping somebody buy a new beach house or go on a new vacation. You come to a brick and mortar, you're helping a little girl get ballet lessons.
Yeah.
You're helping a little boy get, t-ball lessons or put dinner on the table that night, that kind of thing.
And we were just talking about college.
Yeah, college.
You're helping pay for college.
You're helping pay for college.
Simple
those
things,
kind of things. You're pouring money back into your own community.
Exactly.
And I think that's what's important.
Yep, you are 100% right. Anything else that you want to add? What are you smoking right now?
So right now I'm smoking the new AJ Fernandez New World. It's called the Decenio, and it's the 10th anniversary cigar by AJ Fernandez. Nice full body cigar, delicious cocoa, leather, coffee notes, a little bit of black pepper. Delicious. One of my new favorites.
Awesome.
So the only thing that I would add is, like I said, we're about to celebrate our 50th anniversary here at Boda. That's coming up in 2027. So we got a little bit of time, but we are in talks with a couple pipe companies about making us a 50th anniversary pipe. We're in talks with a cigar company to make us a 50th anniversary cigar, and possibly a 50th anniversary pipe tobacco blend as well. So we're gonna have a big celebration.
Yeah, that's
so
impressive.
we'll definitely be doing it right. So keep an eye out for that coming up in 2027. It should be a good time.
All right. Now, do you guys have a Facebook page or
We do.
anything like that?
We have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram, and we also have a website.
Okay.
So that should be Boda Cigars.
And you keep those pretty active as
We
far
do.
as letting people know of events?
We have a dedicated social media guy.
Okay.
That's all he does for us, is he keeps our Facebook, our website, and our Instagram up to date.
Awesome.
About new cigars that are coming in, what's going on around the shop, and even when we have events and stuff going on, we keep that updated very regularly, so all our customers are in the know.
Awesome. Very good. Well, cool. Well, we appreciate you taking
appreciate
the time
you.
to talk to us. And when you get a chance, if you're in Greenville, South Carolina, definitely come by, check out Boda Pipes. Awesome place, awesome people, and obviously, as you saw, awesome cigar selection and a great bar. So come out and check it out next time you're in Greenville, South Carolina. And we're back. So the third stop that we made on our cigar crawl was to a little pub called Torch Cigar Pub. And the name says it all. When we were talking to the owner, he said that he didn't want to be your regular everyday lounge.
It was not.
It was not. And he wants everyone that walks in there to have a good time. And we had a blast.
We did. We really did.
And that is where I actually picked up this Hooten Young, this is an amazing cigar. Again, it's called the Midnight Hammer.
My nickname in college.
There we go. And this is an awesome cigar. If you guys can find it, it's very limited, but if you can find it, pick one up. You'll enjoy it. So Trey, why don't you tell us about your thoughts on Torch Cigar Pub?
I'm going to be honest. When we went in there, I mean, the place looked fine walking up to it. When we walked in, I had reservations, especially talking to some people at some of the shops before. They're like, yeah, it's an okay place, but the humidor is really small. And we walked up to the humidor, and I was like, yeah, we're not staying here. And then when I actually looked in the humidor, I was like, oh, they actually have some good stuff. And then, Chuck came over and was talking to us, and I was just like, yeah, still kind of like, I don't know. But then the more we talked to him, I'm like, no, this guy's actually pretty cool. And it ended up being one of my favorite places of the night. We sat out. They had a little kind of an outdoor area, but it was covered. We sat out there. We ordered some food. One of the highlights, I think, of the night for all of us, when they brought the food out, it was in an old cigar box with, obviously lined with paper to be sanitary.
It's pretty
that
awesome.
was just like a really cool use of, empty boxes. And otherwise, you're just tossing them or selling them for $1.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
When it came out, I was like, what's going on here? I didn't order a box of cigars, and then he turned it around and it was our food. I was like, this is awesome, man.
Yeah.
So.
And then their hospitality was great. The one waitress, she was awesome.
Alyssa was her name.
Alyssa. There was a bourbon we had asked about, and it was something new they had. It was by Hooten Young also. And she's like, we haven't even put it in yet. We haven't even opened it. We're like, okay, well, let us know. And then, what was it? 20 minutes later, she comes around to the table with the bottle. She's like, let's crack this thing, and gave us all a sample. Chuck came around, gave us some cigars. They gave us cutters and lighters. Like, their the hospitality was unmatched.
Yeah, really was. And to be honest with you, the vibe was pretty awesome too. It was exactly what Chuck said he wanted the vibe to be, which is everybody sitting around having a good time.
Yeah.
By the video that you guys will watch, you'll be able to hear, it's loud in there. People are having a good time. I had a blast. And to think that this was a spot that we weren't going to go to, it was on the list. And my son who actually lives in Greenville, he passes it every day on his way to work. And he's like, Dad, we got to check this place out. It looks really cool. The outside, they have lighting, they have, it's just a really cool looking place. And, we kind of put it on the back burner, and
Either or, it was this or was another place
yeah,
that they had been to before. And we decided, like, let's go check it out. And I think we were all like very happy that we chose that one over the other place.
I think every person that went, or everyone in our group agreed that was probably our favorite stop of the night.
Yeah.
And not just because they were giving us free stuff, but
right.
This place was awesome. I told Chuck, the owner, when we got done interviewing him, I told him that when I am in Greenville, this will be my home lounge. So that says a lot, because again, small humidor, but a great selection in the humidor.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed with it, and I'm not the easiest guy to impress when it comes to cigars. So we had a great time.
We really did. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. That was a little, I call that the hidden gem.
Yes,
in
definitely.
Greenville. Yeah, if you're not, and it's a standalone building, so I'm sure they can get as loud as they want to be. Not worry about smoke bothering anybody.
Yeah.
It was just, overall, it was a really great place.
Yeah. So we're going to cut to it. We're going to let you guys see the clip of the tour and the interview. But if you ever get a chance and you're ever in Greenville, South Carolina, a absolute must stop is going to be Torch Cigar Pub in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah, definitely
Great
go
place.
there. What's up, family? We're at the third stop of our cigar crawl today in Greenville, South Carolina. We're at Torch Cigar Pub. It's a pretty cool little place. We've been inside, checked it out. They got a small humidor, but they really focus on boutique stuff. They got a nice bar, really nice lounge. We're going to go inside and check it out. We'll check out the humidor, show you the bar real quick, and then we're going to talk to the owner. They got some pretty cool stuff in here. A lot of stuff you don't see other places. Some of the Almagos, some Paladins, some stuff we've never even heard of. A lot of Caldwell, Genevieve, Big Sky. Then they got some of your legacy stuff from Wente, some My Father's, some AJ stuff. Some pretty cool decor. Side area here. Another bar, I guess, when it gets busy. Some seating. Then we got the crew here. We're here with Chuck, the owner of Torch Cigar Pub in Greenville, South Carolina. Chuck, so What made you want to open a cigar lounge?
I'm a masochist.
Fair enough.
I hate myself. Oh, seriously, I retired from law enforcement, and there's just enough Irish DNA in me that made me go, opening a bar is the next logical step for me in my life.
Right.
And I've been smoking cigars for a long time. Started in the Marine Corps back in the early 90s and continued throughout my life. And this just seemed like the next natural progression for me.
Right.
Um, I get that question a lot. And what I tell people is I spent a career seeing people on their worst day or giving people their worst day.
Right.
But now I get to give them their best afternoon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's I feel like I'm still serving the community, just in a different way.
Right. Right. So how long have you guys been open?
We just celebrated 2 years.
2 years. Cool.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And I'm not even bankrupt, so that's good.
That's always a plus.
It is.
Right.
It's a bonus.
Yeah. So what would you say? What's your favorite cigar right now?
The one I'm holding. I mean literally, whichever cigar I'm smoking is my favorite cigar.
I'm the same way. People ask me all the time. I'm like, I don't know. Like,
So they asked somebody a long time ago, an actor, about it might have been Charlton Heston or Clint Eastwood. What do you think about gun control? Well, if there's a gun in the room, I want to be in control of it.
true.
Right. It's kind of how I feel about cigars.
Yeah.
Which is the best one? Well, whichever one I picked up.
Right. So, you got any pet peeves as far as like cigar lounge etiquette, things like that?
Yes and no, man. Everybody goes about their ritual in a different way, So I'm not gonna hate on anybody for doing what works best for them. I wish more people could find the ashtray.
Yeah, I bet.
But outside of that, smoke what you like, do what you like, drink what you like, and be happy in it.
Right.
And I think that's the best way forward,
Right. Yeah. Well, man, we all think you guys have a great place here.
Thank you, dude. That
Yeah,
means the
this
world,
is
man.
really,
It
really
really
cool.
does.
If you guys are ever in Greenville, South Carolina, you definitely got to check this place out. Definitely top place. Thank you for all your
Man,
hospitality.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man, you guys have been great.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
We appreciate your hospitality.
All right, we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit on Torch. The next place we stopped at was Social Cigar Lounge in Greenville, which every place was great there. They all had, I don't know that anything really had their minuses, but everything was good. Social was another one. Great lounge, great bar selection, and a really nice humidor. Wasn't the biggest, but they had a really good selection in there. One of the things where the guy was in there, he's being really helpful. And he said, "Is anybody a tat whore?" And my ears immediately perked up. And they had the 898s, which is like a new, very limited release. I ended up getting a couple to take with me because my palate was fried. I wasn't trying to smoke one of those there. But I think we all ended up smoking Skinny Monsters.
Yeah, we did.
Everybody had a different one. A couple people might have had the same, but they're all, we all had something. And another just really great time, great hospitality. We were there kind of late, pretty close to their closing time, and didn't feel rushed at all.
What's up, cigar family? This is Joe from Leaf and Life podcast, and we are at our fourth stop of our cigar crawl at Social Cigar Lounge in Greenville, South Carolina. We're going to take you around real quick and show you the cigar lounge. This is an awesome cigar lounge, very classy place. I'm going to let Trey kind of pan around and just show you the cigar lounge, and then we'll walk into the humidor real quick. It's a beautiful place, awesome bar. We're going to go ahead and walk into the cigar lounge. Okay, here we are in the humidor at Social Cigar Lounge. As you can see, they have a huge array of legacy cigar brands and a couple of boutique brands. It's really nice humidor here. Full. You should see the back stock that they have. Beautiful lounge, beautiful humidor, great brands. They're probably the biggest tatuaje dealer in Greenville, South Carolina. Um, Placencia, Padron, Artera Fuente, you name it, they have it here. This is a very classy lounge. Um, every time I'm in Greenville, I try to stop by here. Really nice bar selection, as you can see. Lots of seating for customers. And here we have the guys again, the Light 'em Up crew that have been with us all night. Really great place. Okay, we're here with Will from Social Cigar Lounge. Will, tell us a little bit about the shop.
Yes, this is Social Cigar Lounge. We've been here about actually next week's 3 years.
Okay.
Next Saturday. Yeah, it's a good time. I was a customer before I worked here, and I love this place. It's
Awesome.
my home.
Now, are you guys doing anything special on your 3rd anniversary?
We do have an anniversary party next week. We've invited like all of our regulars and our customers who support us all the time to come out. And it's gonna be a good party for them.
Okay. All right. And what sets you apart from other cigar lounges?
I think our service is pretty top notch. I'm just saying that because I work here.
Yeah, no. Every
but,
time we come in here, we've had great service, which is
Yeah.
why we keep coming
Yeah.
back. So
I think that's we have a heart for serving people. That's something Adam, the owner, he's really instilled in us, and he really cares about, which I appreciate.
yeah, that's awesome. What would you say, or do you have any pet peeves or anything like that? As far as cigar etiquette or anything like that goes.
No, I mean it is what it is. Everyone's a little different. Their home lounge is a little different. So trying to let little stuff bother us. If you're gonna bring your own cigars in here, buy one. I think that's probably the biggest thing for us.
We all agree about that. If you are going to bring cigars into a lounge, make sure you patronize the lounge because they have seats here, but the seats cost them money. So make sure you're patronizing lounges.
Cigars is how we keep the lights on. So,
Exactly.
support a brick and mortar.
Yeah. And so right now, what would you say? I know I'm putting you on a spot with this one. What would you say is your favorite cigar that's out right now?
That's out right now. Can I give two? Can I give
Sure.
give like an everyday smoke, and then
Yeah.
something that a little bit nicer that I can't afford to smoke every
Sure.
day, maybe.
Yeah.
So my everyday smoke is going to be a Tatuaje Cajono 2009.
Okay.
That's kind of my everyday. If I can smoke that, if I could pick one cigar, I smoke that every day.
Okay.
And then for a little bit nicer cigar that I can't quite afford to smoke every day, is a PB97 Natural from Padron.
Okay.
That's my celebratory stick. That's my go-to for that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, and we were in the humidor with him, and that was one that
Yeah.
you had recommended.
Yeah.
So that I can see why you recommended it.
It's a great cigar.
Oh man, I appreciate your hospitality. I appreciate you having us here. And this is an awesome cigar lounge. Every time I'm in Greenville, South Carolina, I visit Social Cigar Lounge because the hospitality is awesome.
Appreciate it.
Every time we've been here, Will has taken care of us, and as you can see, what we've showed you, this is a super classy place, and the bar selection is awesome, and we just enjoy every time we come in here. So,
I appreciate that. That's what we're here for. We want to give people a good time, and we consider this our home. We want to invite people in our home and enjoy your time.
Exactly.
Enjoy your experience.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Happy to do it, guys.
All right, thank you, bud.
Yes, sir.
Both Social and Torch are two cigar lounges that you could take your wife, even if she doesn't smoke, or a friend, or whatever, girlfriend, whatever it may be. You could take a person that doesn't smoke, and they could feel very comfortable because they're not
Right.
filled with smoke. I had a great time. This is an awesome trip. Went with great people.
Yeah.
I enjoy, for me, having my son come with us is just awesome. You know, he goes to Ybor with us now, and just having him be one of the guys and being part of our crew, it's just
That's pretty
enjoyable
cool.
for
Yeah,
me.
it's
You
cool.
know what I mean? And you know, it's neat that he shares this hobby with me. And we probably would not have gone to Torch if it wasn't for him.
Probably not.
You know,
yeah.
so but all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this tour with us. And if you guys have a group that you can do this with, I recommend getting out in your hometown or traveling to a town nearby that has, you know, several cigar lounges, and you know, just check it out. You know, we drove 2 hours for this, you know, and the one that we did in Charleston, South Carolina, we drove 2 hours for that. You know, it's worth the drive. And
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. And we would have done it whether we had the podcast or not.
Exactly.
We didn't do it for the podcast. We did it because we wanted to go have a good time with our friends.
yes, exactly. So you know, so if you've never done one, definitely check it out. It's a pretty awesome experience, and you'll stumble on some lounges that you haven't really been to or have maybe not even heard of, you know.
Right.
So normally when I'm setting these up, take a couple of days and just look at all the lounges, and I go through the reviews. If it's a place that we haven't been to before, or, you know, in this case, I knew most of the lounges because I lived there. But, you know, I would definitely, if you're going to do it, do a little bit of research so you know, hey, we're going to a town that has 5 cigar lounges or has 3 cigar lounges. We're going to hit all 3. You know, 3 is easy to do in a day.
Yeah.
You know, 5 is pushing it. But I've done 5.
You start
before.
early enough.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so, but definitely recommend doing it. It's a blast. We've now decided we're going to try to do one once a quarter. So in December we're actually going back to Ybor, and that will be our cigar crawl for that quarter.
That's a whole weekend though. That's a whole different animal.
Yes, yeah, and
And
there's
we'll bring you guys along on that one now too.
exactly, and there's a festival there too. So
Yeah.
you know, that's why we go down there. But it's an awesome experience as well.
Yeah. So this will be our 4th year going,
Yeah.
right? As a group. So it's a blast every time.
It really is. It's we have a great time.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add? Any cigar news or
what
anything?
was your favorite cigar of the crawl?
My favorite cigar of the crawl, I would say, was probably the new AJ. What is it called? The Domenico?
The New World Decennial, the
Decennial.
10-year anniversary of the New World. Yeah, and that I was going to say the same thing. So
Yeah, that was actually a really good
at
cigar.
Boda. That was a really good one.
Yeah. And then I tried everything that I tried this weekend, I've not smoked before. So it's cigars that I haven't seen in shops here. And I will say an honorable mention. If I smoked this on the crawl, I would say that this would probably be the #1 cigar. Well, we hope that you guys have enjoyed this. We hope we enjoyed taking you on this journey with us, and stay tuned for more, and like, subscribe, and share our channel so we can continue to grow, and you know, we continue to put out good content. And again, like Trey said at the beginning of the video, let us know what you're smoking in the comments, and we'll give you a shout out in future videos.
Yeah.
And also comment and let us know, you know, cigars that you might want us to review, or let us
try, or whiskeys or drinks to
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to see, comment, let us know.
Yeah.
Like I said before, we're here for you guys. So
Exactly.
and then also keep in mind on this last bit, the stuff from social, it was our last stop. It was probably getting close to midnight. We were a lot of drinks in, so it was that one might be a little looser than the other one.
A little stumble through our words or
Yeah.
whatnot, but it took a take or two to get that one right. Anyways, we had a good time. We hope you guys had a good time with us, and we will see you on the next episode.
That's it. Light them up.
Keep them lit.